It's 3:15 a.m, it's the Learning Zone, and it's time for another episode of The Science of Sweets. Explosions. Sirens. And this prick. That's right. It's World War I/II, the sequel. The Rise of Hitler. Otherwise known as Woo-wee. But it wasn't all doom and gloom, not for the confectionery world at least, thanks to one man who escaped the battlefield with his towel between his legs and an idea that would change the world forever. His name was Private Lee Rented. And not long after this photograph was developed, he would introduce the world to a fleshy sweet treat called Victory Glands. It was during the siege of Groin when things were at their lowest for Private Lee. Food was sparse, and on top of that it was really, really cold. They were pinned down and had to hold up in a disused post-it factory. The troop was led by Captain Martin Tin Martin. He was not well liked by his men. He would often steal his troop's toothbrushes, and on occasion French kiss a female squirrel, sure that the male squirrel was watching on, humiliated. It was just a matter of time. Trapped, hungry, and dirty-mouthed, his men turned, shooting the captain dead.
Oh, you buggers!
His still warm corpse was divvied up for supper, and Private Lee Rented was served up a steaming bowl of tin testicles. He hesitantly placed the balls into his mouth and chewed. And it was, delicious. But why? Take your intelligence pill. Now. Hummus Hardonus, aka you. A creature of weakness, consumed by fear. Fears such as war, the taxman, dinosaurs, and of course, granite. These fears affect us all on a daily basis, and when we feel them intensely, the human brain releases a hormone called SCLB7. The SCLB7 courses through the pulcatable artery until it reaches the daddy glands. And when there, it sits and eventually ferments. So in conclusion, what Private Rented had discovered on that day was fear plus love spuds equals a delicious strawberry flavour. Or as we now know them, victory glands. Why not try it at home? You could even experiment. For example, happiness plus hand equals onion soup. Or guilt plus earlobe equals Angel Delight. The war was over, and privately Rented returned home. And unlike every other soldier who had lost weight, Rented was 28 pounds heavier than when he left. His wife hardly recognized the man when he arrived, his belly swollen like a sack full of marbles. His hunger for Glands soon returned. He needed more. Though getting his hands on some fresh terror-stricken testicles wasn't as easy in polite society, things had changed since his return, and murder was now considered tawdry. A butcher named Chester McHeft had become very close friends with Mrs. Rented during the war. He approached Lee with an idea. Why not use pigs? They are, after all, our closest evolutionary relatives. And these pigs would have to feel unbridled terror. But how? Lee and Chester soon established a pig farm and filled it exclusively with German swine. This made the whole process a little more palatable. They would taunt the pigs, swear at them, and on occasion, strike them. This is a secret recording made at the farm. If you are an intolerable empath, please close your ears now.
Good day, Fritz. Might I say you are very ugly even for a pig. What's wrong, Jerry? Going to cry like a little girl person? I don't like you. How about that? I don't like you, and my wife's friend Chester doesn't like you. This one's for king and country. Tally-ho!
Huzzah! They had done it, and thanks to Lee Rented and Chester McHeft's efforts, Victory Glands had become the talk of the town, soon the world. Inspiring fashion, and even this little ditty some of you may remember.
Oh, I love those Victory Glands. I put one in my mouth. I put another one in there, and I still got room to shout away. My mother loves the Victory Glands. She eats one every day. When I'm at work, she puts them in.
And that is that. Thanks to Lee Rented and his wife's friend Chester McHeft, you can enjoy Victory Glands today. Why not try 2 in your mouth? Gobble those juicy glands up. You know you want to. Good night.